What's up, movie lovers? It is Jay Spice Films with Food here, and today I am excited because yesterday I saw Tenet at the biggest screen at my local theater. It finally opened up again last week, but I didn't see anything last week because I was busy. But I got to see Tenet, and yeah, I've seen the Dark Knight trilogy and I've seen Dunkirk. So I haven't seen all of Christopher Nolan's movies, I will be honest. Um, I'm just gonna keep the tickets up here. I should probably watch more, but yeah, I wasn't like super excited for this. I was just like, I want to see what he's doing next, you know. But I wasn't like, oh my god, this is gonna be the best movie of the year. And so now I'm gonna talk about if it is or not. So, Tenet is a 2020 film directed by Christopher Nolan and it stars Robert Pattinson, Elizabeth Debicki, I don't know how to say that name, and John David Washington. And the plot of it is a secret agent embarks on a dangerous time-bending mission to prevent the start of World War III. And yeah, so I haven't been doing a lot of movie reviews on this channel. I've been doing a lot on Letterboxd, and this might sound bad, but it reminded me of a movie that I saw a month ago. So, I did a trailer reaction for it when the trailer for it came out. It's Michael Bay's movie Six Underground, and first of all, you might get really pissed off at me right now and be like, "Why the hell are you comparing Christopher Nolan to Michael Bay?" And let me explain. So Michael Bay's Six Underground, I watched it when me and my friends, it was like 3 in the morning, and we were like, let's just watch a movie, and we didn't want to think too hard, so it's like, all right, Michael Bay movie, let's put that on, I guess. And then the editing, man, like most of the effects or most of the action was done for real, and I promise I'll be done explaining this too soon, but it's like all the action was done legit, but it doesn't matter because the way that the movie is edited, it's all quick cuts. Like, you know, when you watch Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz and there's like those really quick cut montages, imagine a whole movie of that. And it's just awful, man. This reminded me of Six Underground, where it's like everything is all over the place. You can't really, or it's not, not gonna say it's hard to understand because I got the gist of the plot. I understood most of it, but there's a certain point where you're just like, what the hell? And then you just start watching and not thinking too hard about the plot sounds pretty straightforward. It's just everything's kind of all over the place. So that's my biggest problem with the movie. And also, none of the characters really go through arcs, but this is a more plot focused movie. And yeah, cause like I want to actually like write scripts and stuff, you know. So what I've been thinking is the character is more important than the plot, because if you don't care about the characters, then you don't care about the plot, right? But Tenet, I don't really care about any of the characters because not much development is given to them, but it was still compelling, man. It's so weird. So like, really, screenwriting, there's not many rules. Like, I don't think there's that many. I don't think you can. I don't think there's rules that you can should follow. Said that really weird, but yeah, like I wasn't too. I mean, the main female lead, she was a pretty compelling character, I guess. But like Robert Pattinson, John David Washington, they were good in their roles. I just wasn't too interested in them as characters, and that sounds like a bad thing, but I was still moved, even though I didn't understand what was going on for like 80% of the movie. But yeah, the action is amazing, and in case you didn't read the news, there was this one thing that Christopher Nolan did in the movie. I'm not going to give it away, even though it was in the article, but there's one scene where he does it for real instead of effects, and it's just insane. And there's so many good fight scenes and stuff in this. It is just so great, action wise, and the score is fantastic. It's by how do you say his last name? He did the score for Community too, I believe. Let me just fact check that. It's Ludwig Göransson. Yeah, he was the composer for Community too, which I just finished. And I don't know, would you guys like to see a video on Community? I don't know, just throwing it out there. But yeah, this The score is great, and I know a lot of people have complained about the sound mixing, where like the dialogue is very hard to understand at times. Yes, the beginning of the movie, the dialogue is pretty hard to understand, and I feel like the music overall was a bit too loud. Compare, I mean, that could just be the theater I was in. Like I saw it on the ultra screen, dude. So let's put the tickets over there. So maybe that's why, but also I feel like that might be the movie's fault. It's just like I could still understand most of the dialogue. It's just sometimes I'm like, I wish I had subtitles because this music is so damn loud. Um, yeah, the acting is good. The action is way better than the Dark Knight trilogy. And I'm not saying the Dark Knight movies have bad action, but this is just on a different level. Like there's one action scene that's very quick, and I was like, oh my god, that was so good. And it is very long. It's 2.5. I mean, like movies like Endgame are longer. It's 2.5 hours, right? So that's very long, but I don't think the pacing was wrong because it wasn't like, even though I compare it to Six Underground, it's not quick cuts all the time. It's just like the story is still moving pretty fast and there's not a lot of breathing room, but there is some moments where they slow down and they explain the plot. And yeah, and the overall concept with like the time travel, that was cool. Like I didn't fully understand it, but I don't think they really wanted you to think too hard about that. Although, so yeah, it's like that being confusing, that makes sense, but the actual plot, maybe not. So, yeah, overall, I would give this movie a 7 out of 10 just because it was a little bit too hard to follow and the music was louder than the dialogue. Um, and just because it was hard to follow and like didn't really know much about the characters, I feel like that's a pretty big issue. Although I still really liked it. Like, it's not my favorite movie of the year, but I'd still recommend going out if you feel safe going to the theater. Go check it out just for the action. Even if you're gonna be confused through the whole movie, just watch the action scenes, dude. They're so good. Um, yeah, Tenet will get a 7 out of 10 for me. That's gonna be it for this video. And I got a bunch of backlog, or I got a couple videos that I got uploaded that were filmed a couple weeks ago, so those will be out soon. But yeah, for now, this is Jay Spice Films and Food, and I'm saying bye. Bye.